Rain starts falling on a forest. The signs are obvious. Leaves glisten, streams swell, birdsong falls quiet. But none of that is the real story. The real transformation is happening under your feet, in a world you've never pictured as alive. And it wakes up almost entirely within minutes. For most of soil science's history, nobody expected any of this. Soil was treated as one thing: a passive sponge that water trickles through evenly. That picture cracked wide open a few decades ago. You'd think dirt is dirt. It isn't, not during a storm. Most of that rain never even reaches the ground directly. The canopy grabs a big share of it first, sometimes over half in tropical forests. Some trees funnel their share straight down the trunk, like a drainpipe. Whatever's left lands on dead leaves that soak up several times their own weight in water. Only then does the water actually reach the soil. Scientists spent a century assuming that water spreads out evenly underground. Not even close. Up to 9 out of 10 drops race through a hidden network of tunnels instead. Those tunnels were left behind by old roots, burrowing bugs, and worms. Water moves through them up, too, 1,000 times faster than through packed soil. The first sign this is happening is a smell. That earthy scent after rain even has a name: petrichor. It comes from a compound called geosmin, made by bacteria in the soil. A raindrop hitting dry ground does something unexpected. It launches microscopic droplets into the air, like tiny cannon shots, launching the smell outward, sometimes carrying it for surprising distances. Underneath all of that, something bigger is happening to the soil itself. Dry soil is roughly a quarter air, just by volume. Heavy rain pushes nearly all of that air straight out. Oxygen moves through water almost 10,000 times slower than through open air. So within hours, the microbes down there go from plenty of oxygen to almost none. A completely different set of microbes takes over instead. None of it shows on the surface. Some of these microbes don't even need oxygen. That's already stranger than most people ever learn about the ground under their feet. This channel exists for exactly this: the hidden mechanics of ordinary things. If this has earned it so far, go ahead and hit like. Subscribe, and the next hidden world will be waiting for you. Most soil bacteria survive a dry spell by basically shutting themselves down. Rain is the wake-up call. Within minutes, those switched-off cells start repairing themselves and dividing again. Back in 1958, a scientist named Birch tested what happens when dry soil gets wet. The carbon dioxide it released jumped by several 100%, almost instantly. It's now called the Birch effect, and it happens every time a dry spell breaks. Something else happens after heavy rain that you've probably seen without knowing why. Earthworms turn up on paths and sidewalks by the dozens after a storm. For years, the assumption was that they surface to avoid drowning. That's almost certainly wrong. Earthworms can survive fully submerged for a long time by breathing through their skin. The more likely reason is simpler. Wet ground gives them a rare window to move and mate. Some researchers think raindrop vibrations might help trigger them to surface too. That idea is even the basis of something called worm charming. People, and some predators, mimic rainfall vibrations specifically to lure worms up. Once they're up, the worms that surface are doing real engineering work below ground. Their burrows speed up drainage. They mix nutrients between layers. They stop erosion. Fungi respond too, just on a slower timescale. More than 9 out of 10 land plants team up with fungi living in their roots. This is a genuine two-way partnership between fungi and tree roots. These fungal networks can stretch hundreds of meters underground. They actively move carbon and water between different trees. They pass along warning signals too. People call this the wood wide web, and heavy rain makes more move through it. Rain is also why mushrooms seem to pop up overnight. That's an illusion. The fungus underneath was already fully grown, growing invisibly for a long time. The rain just triggers the mushroom itself to push up fast. Rain rewrites the underground chemistry too. It dissolves nutrients that were chemically stuck in place, freeing them up for roots. Hours earlier, those same roots couldn't reach any of it. Dissolved carbon rides that water downward, too. Some feeds microbes deeper in the soil. Some gets locked away for centuries. Roots respond actively the moment water shows up. They open microscopic water channels and grow new fine hairs almost immediately. Trees with the deepest roots go even further. Overnight, they pull water up from deep, wet soil and quietly share it with neighbors. This process even has a name: hydraulic lift. Above the soil, a whole visible community reorganizes itself too. Ants seal off their tunnel entrances and move their young to safety. Some ants even block the entrance with their own bodies. Termites shut their air vents and carry their eggs somewhere safer. Beetles that barely move in dry weather suddenly become active. For frogs and salamanders, rain is often their one safe day to travel and breed. Crossing dry ground could dehydrate them fatally. So this is their window. By now, every layer of this forest is reacting. The ants below the leaf litter. The frogs above it. The roots underneath everything. None of this has been separate. It's one hidden system waking up together. Billions of organisms, all reacting to the same signal. For a few hours, this forest is one living thing. Heavy rain isn't automatically good news for a forest, though. If the ground stays flooded too long, tree roots that need oxygen start struggling. They switch to making energy without oxygen, which is far less efficient. Most forest trees just aren't built to handle that for long. Too much rain can also wash nutrients out faster than roots can grab them. Ground that was briefly rich in nutrients can end up worse off than before the storm. On steep hillsides, enough rain building up inside the soil can push soil particles apart. That's how landslides happen, even in forests that look perfectly healthy. Moderate rain feeds this whole system, and too much of it can break it. Even scientists don't have this all figured out. Scientists still debate how far these fungal networks really extend their sharing. Resource transfer between trees is proven in controlled experiments. But how common that is in wild, untouched forests is still being worked out. There's also uncertainty about how this shifts as storms grow more intense and less frequent. That pattern would likely make the birch affects carbon bursts even bigger. Next time you're caught under trees in a downpour, you won't just hear the rain anymore. You'll picture what's happening under your boots. A whole hidden world switching itself on, all at once. That's a forest waking up beneath you. See you in the next one.